Women's IP World. Women's IP World. Women's IP World.
Welcome to episode 5 of season 4 from the Women's IP World Annual Podcast, a podcast series that's shining a spotlight on women and intellectual property. I'm your host, Michele Katz, and I'm the co-founding partner of the law firm Advitam IP, which in Latin means intellectual property for life. We are based out of the US in Chicago. Me and my firm are hosting this podcast on behalf of Northlands Media PR and Marketing Limited, based out of the UK in London. They are the publishers of the Women's IP World Annual and the Global IP Matrix magazine. The 2024 edition of the Women's IP World Annual can be found digitally at www.womensipworld.com. Again, that's www.womensipworld.com. And you can listen to the annual as well on your favorite podcast app. And if a hard copy is more your speed, stop by the Northlands Media booth at all major conferences. So I am delighted to welcome back Vanessa Abdel-Razak, founder of the law firm Abdel-Razak and Associates, get my French correct there, in Haiti. Welcome, Vanessa. Welcome. And if I mispronounce anything, please correct me. It's always good to be in contact with you, whether by WhatsApp, by email, by podcast, wherever it might be. Today, we're going to focus on geographic indications, GIs. Let's start off with what they are. Not everyone in practice, I've come across people who really don't, they don't dabble, they're not experts, certainly not in that respect, to geographic indications.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very interesting topic, especially for, well, I'd say for countries like mine, like Haiti. So I'd say, first, it's an intellectual property. It's a type of intellectual property that identifies the place where a product is come from. Okay, so when you're talking about geographical indication, it could be the place, the country, the reputation of a product, and different characteristic of that product that come from that specific place.
So, I think France is such a great example when we're talking about GIs, right? Like champagne, sparkling wine, right? It can only be called champagne if it's from the Champagne region in France, right? I think that's probably one of the most famous ones. And then, of course, there's cheeses. We said wine already. There's so many. What would be some GIs in Haiti?
Well, yeah, the reason why I wrote this article, it was to, shed some light on different products from Haiti that are not really known, but that are really on the market, the global market. So as I mentioned, we have our great mango, which is called mangue Francisque en français, the Francis mango, which has been for many, many years one of our main, well, I'd say the number one export for Haiti. And we were one of the biggest producers of mangoes worldwide. Unfortunately, with our social and political situation, this has slowed down considerably. But you can see still now the market, many mangoes actually come from Haiti, and it comes from a specific region, which is called Gourmand, in Haiti. And many studies have been done to show that that type of mango comes only from that region. I mean, they tried, even in Haiti, they tried, producing it in other places and other regions of the country, and it's not the same. So this is I'd say a good example of a product that could have, that label with a geographical indication.
So for all those mango lovers out there, do you know where your mangoes are coming from? Maybe they're coming from Haiti and you
Uh-huh.
don't know it. It sounds like this is a particular variety of mango. I think that, people are very reliant on what they like, right? They want to be able to understand what they're buying. I mean, source indication. I mean, a GI is really it's a source indicator, right? Mhm. So so mango obviously is a big one. I saw from your article. I mean, by the way, your article starts out like poetry.
I know. I
It,
was getting that.
it's so beautiful. Even the title, like the essence, right? You call it. I mean, it is so beautiful. Can you not? I think a lot of our listeners probably haven't visited Haiti, maybe for some of the reasons the political situation right now is very it's very tense, and it gets tense. So even for me, and as you know, we go to the Caribbean pretty much every year, sometimes twice. And when we go to Haiti, it's usually Labadi. So that area, as I've been told by another Haitian friend, he goes, "That's not Haiti." So it's a port. It's like a port town. It's kind of constructed for tourists. Um, so I haven't even been to like Haiti proper. Can you kind of, aside from the political situation, what is the real Haiti like?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm glad you mentioned when you said that it's poetry because, when you're talking about a country, it's it's people, it's the nature, it's the food. So, geographical indications play a very important role in that. I mean, when I'm in my country and like, I go to the beautiful beaches that we have, I mean, it won't be complete if I'm not eating a mango, if I'm not eating, I mean, how do you say that in English? We call it lambi, which is conch that they actually grilled by the beach. And all those the taste, the smells, that's something that comes together to make, Haiti or the culture and everything that has to do with it. So you mentioned Labadi. I mean, I don't like when they say it's not Haiti. I mean, where you go is
It's
beautiful.
within the
It's
border.
not,
It's within the border.
you don't get the authentic Haiti. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that beach. It's
Mhm.
gorgeous, but it is surely worth it. I mean, if you could get out of there and go, further, you would experience a further more, beautiful or experience of Haiti.
One day, I hope to. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll continue our discussion as soon as we're back.
The Caribbean IP Annual 2025, promoting IP excellence in the Caribbean, making its debut during this year's INTA annual meeting in San Diego, USA. Northon's Media PR and Marketing Limited is thrilled to announce the highly anticipated launch of our newest publication. This publication aims to continue promoting and highlighting the excellence in intellectual property within the Caribbean region. By providing valuable insights into the constantly evolving IP landscape of the 13 sovereign island nations, we hope to contribute to the growth and development of this vibrant industry. Stay connected with us for all the latest updates and a comprehensive understanding of the intellectual property sector in this dynamic region. If you happen to be an IP law firm, practitioner, or business owner, we would be delighted to receive your inquiry. Our new platform presents a unique opportunity for you to showcase your knowledge and engage with a captivated international audience seeking referrals, business collaborations, and valuable insights into IP matters within your specific jurisdiction. To be part of this inaugural edition, go to www.caribbeanipannual.com or email cipannual@northonsprmarketing.com or call +44 0203 813 0457.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go back to the article, which, by the way, starts at page 14. Those who are wanting to go back or are following with their digital or hard copies. The article, you go through and you talk about, I thought was really helpful, like as a hand guide for Haiti. Okay, Haiti's part of this treaty, Haiti's part of that treaty, or not part of that treaty. So I thought that was very helpful. And we all know, I would hope by now, if various members of the women's IP world community from the Caribbean that every island likely has its own legal framework, right? So you need an expert, not just, in one place, but that covers the region, right? If you're entering the market. Your article says that there hasn't been much effort to benefit from the advantages offered by GI protection in Haiti. Can you talk a little bit about why that is?
Well, that's been, I'd say, an ongoing issue regarding the legal framework in Haiti, um, regarding intellectual property. And again, I hate to have to repeat it, but it comes from the political instability. I mean, we need more experts, and we need more spaces where these experts are able to provide their knowledge and share it and convert it into valuable laws. We currently have, there's a draft of a law for on geographical indications, but unfortunately, with everything going on, that hasn't been the main focus. There hasn't been really much interest in that area. And I mean, we don't have right now a parliament. So the different, I'd say, steps to bring us to that are not in place currently, and it's been in that stage for a while. And I'd say that is one of the main issues and obstacles for us to get that framework. I'd also add the difficulties, the challenge faced by the producers in coming together and knowing the value of the product that they have in their hands. So on one side, I'd say on the producer side, and also on the legislators and the experts that would have to come together and create something in that sense.
Can you easily articulate what the root issue is that is causing this civil unrest? Because I'm sure this is like a trickle down effect where it's not just, GIs that are affected. I mean, the government isn't going to focus on, well, you said there's no parliament right now. So who is there to, enforce these kind of laws is not priority over what else is going on. Can you kind of let us know out here what is what is the issue? Like, we typically say, oh, okay, so there's civil unrest or political unrest, blah blah blah, but what does that actually mean?
Well, the situation we're living today is the result of, I mean, I'd say many, many years of um, bad leadership, of corruption in the country. I don't know if you're aware of it. In 2021, our president was assassinated, and I think that from there it was the descent to where we are currently. So right now, so when I talk to my colleagues, I'm like, oh, be um, empathy, please, because sometimes they don't know. Okay, there's civil unrest, but they don't know. I mean, it's not only me, but all the law firms in general in the IP sections. I mean, we going through a lot of challenges because of the situation. So now we have, since the president was assassinated, he was replaced by a prime minister that he had chosen, right before his death. And it was 2 years, I'd say, of political chaos, different political parties not getting along, not, being able to sit and decide on, because we needed to have elections and have a new president elected. So that was not being it was not possible at that moment. So only last year we're able to have an agreement, I'd say, the political agreement with different political forces and the civil society. And we have, listen to this, currently have a council of 9 people who are considered, it's like having 9 presidents. They have rotation on the coordination of the said council. So it was a way, to have everybody included in the decision making process, but it's also not a very practical way to lead, because you have 9 people, we know, with different opinion, with different agendas. But right now, the main agenda should be, establishing security in the country, which has been the main issue. I mean, we always have different issues, but now security is the main one. Being able to go out freely and be open for business investment. Um, so yeah, so I'd say that is the current situation. We've experienced a little. It's kind of calm right now, but it's very superficial because we don't know. We're not sure what's going to happen. We have an international force that's here to help with the security. So hopefully that will give some results. Although people are starting to get impatient because we haven't seen them, the way we would like to. But right now, the main issue is the security, because there we have gang violence, which had never happened before. I mean, having gang leaders, openly speaking on media and, kidnapping people and doing things like that. So everything is kind of paralyzed and everybody's waiting to see, we need a breakthrough.
Yeah. And so, okay, so that's in the background. And when you're running, you're running your own firm, is it an electronic filing system? And is the PTO actually functioning while all of this is happening?
It's not. It's not an electronic system. So you actually have to do it in person and file all the application at the trademark office. And it's a great question because it's located in an area which is kind of a critical area.
Right. It's in the government, like government building.
So it's at the border of the territory that's already taken by gangs. So it's like the,
Oh,
the trademark office is the last border. And even going there, I mean, I have great collaborators, and that they go and we have to be there if there's a meeting or anything, but it can be risky. And even the employees there, on top of all the, I'd say, the resources constraints that they had, now they have to face, security um, issues and not being sure, if I mean, sometimes they just don't show up at their desk, or they have to wait. Sometimes when we have to file something, we have to go back because they had to close, without,
because something's going on around the building.
something going on. Exactly.
You go with security. So you hire security in order to do that?
I mean, it became the norm in Haiti. I mean, not everyone, but having security at your office. Some people have
Mhm.
bodyguards, or you have armored cars.
So that certainly all paints a different picture, right? So, so that, it makes sense now when I'm reading, I was reading your article and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, serene. It's like nostalgia, when you could just focus on just the beauty of the country.
Yes, and it's so it's I mean, when you're thinking about it, everything that I'm telling you right now, this is Port-au-Prince.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So when I take a plane and I go to Cape Haitian, the second city, nothing of this is happening. I mean, I could freely walk and go to the beach and all of that. If I go to another town outside of
Mm-hmm. But
Port-au-Prince,
that's the main city. I mean, Port-au-Prince, that's the capital, no? I mean, yeah, the capital. So what I mean, I'm sure there's all these experts out there. I'm asking you, an IP attorney, what what do you kind of foresee, in your opinion, what's going to happen?
in general, I'm a very optimistic
Hmm.
person. You know that.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs. Right now, I think much more could have been done. I mean, since the council has been in place and till today. So I feel like there's not enough. They're not proactively looking for solutions, and the cause is because there's so many people involved. Not everybody have the same agenda, and not everybody is fully focused on bringing the country where it should be. But I still think that things will have to change, baby steps for now. I'm grateful that we're here, we're still able to do what we need to do. Our firm is working, because I have colleagues that have had they have to change path, and so we're able to work. My employees, my colleagues are there, um, but it's still very challenging.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, my thoughts are with you as well as the IP community, and I hope things can normalize in a positive way. I like your positive thinking. Do you have any kind of mantra, like words that you live by?
uh
I would think so, since you do remain in the positive in this very challenging landscape.
I mean, I just I go day by day. I have many, I'd say, but being really focused on my goals, um listening to others. This is something that I learned this year. While you're focusing on your goal and you're pursuing your personal, professional goals, um see the other person next to you, because I had many experiences with colleagues that were going through much more difficult times than I was, due to this situation, and stopping and making sure that, as a team, we're able to move forward together. So, being resilient. I don't really always like that word, because we use it so much. It's like, accepting. We're resilient, but we're not accepting. We might adapt and find ways to navigate the challenges, but surely, working, in our little circle, in our spaces, and trying to bring changes, however we're able to do so.
I like it. Laser focus,
Yep.
empathy. These are important qualities. Especially, well, I think for everyone in their own way, right? Because everyone has their
Yep.
thing.
Hmm.
So thank you very much for sharing and your candor, Vanessa. I really appreciate you coming and talking to me today and letting us shine a light on you and your expertise in IP law.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Pleasure. To our listeners, please like, follow, share with your friends and colleagues, but also feel free to send us comments and questions. Thank you, everyone. Signing off.
The Women's IP World. The Women's IP World.
You have been listening to the Women's IP World podcast, hosted by Michele Katz from Advitam IP in Chicago, USA, on behalf of Northlands Media PR and Marketing Limited in the United Kingdom.
The Women's IP World.